publicist, PR, everything, you name it. This nigga, see? What I'm supposed to do now? Do everything. Rapper, what you call that? Producer. Everything in the rap game, man. Everything. It's
Why do they call you Littlez?
That's my last name, Little. But everybody usually says it with an S, so I'm gonna say Littlez. But I'll change it to a Z.
And what is the biggest misconception that people have of you, Littlez?
That I'm angry and stuck up. And that
remember, you have to answer the question.
Yeah, the biggest misconception people have about me is that I'm angry or stuck up, or I don't, I'm some type of person that's just like, I don't know, all about ass and, don't give a fuck about nobody. I done heard it all from, playing pimps, just, I thought you would be so stuck up. You're so down to earth.
Well, why would people have that misconception? Is it because you're from New York? Is it because you're from Brooklyn? Is it because the way you move? Is because how?
It's what I think people have that perception about me because they are going off of what they know. What they know to be. They see me around certain people, so they guess, oh, this dude got to be stuck up. He think he better than everybody. He around this person, he around that person. But it's really not the case. I'm still the same person. I'm just around people, Got to make money. You got to work with people. Why not work with the best people in the world? So, supposedly the best, So.
What was one of your first introductions into this life of like entertainment and just being in the mix? How did you get into that?
Well, my introduction to this world of music and entertainment came through a friend of mine. He used to write for different magazines, and he, put me onto this world. Let me know there's a whole different world going on besides the club and lounge world. So whole world of mixes and industry events and things going on behind the scenes. So
tell people the difference between mixes, clubs.
Yeah, there's a big difference between the club scene and the mix scene. Most clubs, got a dress code, make you pay to get in, which I'm not against. Everybody got to get money. But, it's just like almost the opposite. You pay to get in, you pay to drink, you pay to be around people who, who gives a fuck, but in a mix, you're around people, mostly everybody's doing something with themselves. You just got to be on the list. There's no paying. Even though, like I said, I'm not against it, but it's just like, why would you want to welcome somebody into your brand or whatever, or your club? Because people could pay at the bar, drink at the bar. They're still going to need to do something, eat something, even if they don't drink. But I guess it weeds out people who just come in there to stand around or come in there to fight, do all types of other dumb shit. So I understand. But mixes is a little bit different and way funner, and I feel more productive. So,
what is it like being a celebrity?
I wouldn't know. I mean, what it would be like being a celebrity. I mean, I feel like I get a good taste of it, but I wouldn't know because I don't have that yet. And I feel like it could happen any day, but I don't know what their life is like.
So you don't think you're a celebrity? Like you don't feel like you do everything a celebrity does at this point?
I don't feel like that at all, because they live a whole different life. I live a nice one. I thank God for the life I live, but it's nothing like a celebrity. And then what are we talking about? Like top celebrities or D-class celebrity, Ace? We talking top level celebrity? No.
You talking about Leonardo DiCaprio?
I'm talking about Drake, nigga. Like waking up in your mansion, in your plane.
Right.
They're living totally different lives than me. I'm not living that life, but
Do you think Instagram has a lot of cap?
Of course. Instagram has a whole bunch of cap because somewhere along the line, once social media came out, people just wanted to, let everybody think they happy, And I don't really take social media that serious because I feel like it's not serious. It's an app on my phone, just like every game and other things. So it's just, I put business up there. That's why it's a bunch of pictures of celebrity stuff. It's no personal stuff. You won't see me at a birthday party, my birthday, but you won't see me with my family. You're not going to see that on that page because it's just a social media. But I feel like certain people got caught up in it because it's almost like having your own show, you know, with your own viewers, and you know, you can do whatever you want to, but well, almost anything you want to. But people got caught up in that, and I feel like now people have to fake be happy or do stuff just to impress other people, you know, and I feel like that's no way to live. But yeah, it started out cool, but now I feel like everybody's just trying to battle who's the happiest, who's the littest, who's doing the most, and you know.
Why do you think that is, though? You think that's just for staying relevant and knowing that everything moves so fast that you got to stay ahead of the game?
I feel like it's like that because that's just a human nature thing, you know. Social media played on things that we've always had inside us, but it wasn't exposed because there was nothing, no device, no, you know, catalyst to get that to the people or make you feel that. But now social media is here. So you can, you know, like you can, like I said, have your own show. So whatever you want to do for the day and whoever's watching, you're going to do. But I just feel like with, you know, they've been talking a lot about mental health with it too. I feel like social media plays a big part of mental health. Some people are not as strong mentally to deal with social media because some people see everything and believe everything and feel like their life is shit. When it's literally not like that. You probably live in the same life or better than this person, but they just know how to fake it. So, you know, it's stuff that already been there. People been fronting, people been capping, but now you can do it on the stage for everybody you ever knew and strangers. So people cap in the hood all day, but you ain't on social media, you know, but now you can cap for the world and people do it better because it's for the world.
How did you deal with the pandemic once it started and we were all trapped inside for like the first month and a half, 2 months?
How I dealt with the pandemic.
And how are you dealing with it now?
I honestly don't know how I made it through the pandemic because, you know, going from every night, the biggest, best events to just nothing in the house. I'm really not a house person, so even before I was going to events, I was always out on the hood doing something, you know, with friends, chilling with friends. So it was something different. But I guess I figured out how to, you know, chill by myself, how to enjoy my own company, how to, you know, strengthen other things. I feel like it's just a time to reflect and take a break because, you know, we was doing a lot, constantly running, ripping head, doing this, doing that, and then sometimes you have, you know, that what is it called? FOMO, fear of missing out, you know. So when everything's on lock, you can't really have FOMO because nobody's doing nothing. So it just gave me a chance to just relax too. So I guess I turned it into a positive. And right now I feel like things are a little bit, you know, in limbo, but still more relaxed than when it first started. So it's a little bit easier to deal with now. So I'm pretty, you know, cool with it. You always can come to Atlanta, you know.
Okay.
Act like nothing ever happened.
What was it like working? What's it like working with Legendary May and WalkAwaySmilin behind the scenes? What do people not know?
Well, working with Legendary May and WalkAwaySmilin is something I guess people wouldn't know. I mean, if you read us, you will know people. You know that we have kind personalities. So I feel like that's something people would know. I'm not sure what they wouldn't know because we don't really hide too much. So, but I guess the dedication, the hard work that goes into what people see every day, you may think it's just off of a whim or something like that, but it's a lot of preparation, dedication, and, you know, resilience to keep going day after day and, you know, putting on for people, the town, the cities. So I think people think it's like all happy-go-lucky a lot of times. And I just say we don't air out, you know, L's or anything like that. It's just, that's learning experiences. It's not something to be all down about. So, or even share with anybody. It's just get back up and keep going. So I feel like people don't know that, you know, the downfalls and how much it takes to keep going every day.
You remember the first time we all met?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
What was that? What was that event? That moment like? For you,
we met at definitely met at the Black Panther Fashion Week event for New York Fashion Week down in New York. Yeah, it was cool. I remember coming and we got in and we were trying to front at the door, but we got in and then I don't think I was really paying attention at first because, I was just, you be running off adrenaline. It's a long ass line. You trying to get in. We was like one of the first people in. So it all worked out, but it's like your mind is racing at first. So once everything settled down and, the party gets underway, wow, we was just vibing. Just all vibing. Vibing. It's not too many people like us, so.
What's the biggest event you've ever been to that you was like, what the fuck? Like, yo, it's crazy.
The biggest event I ever been to, I mean, I feel like there's been several, but to me right now, from what I've been to, because I'm not going to say, this is, pandemic should be in it, so it's going to be more. But today, I would think Rihanna. Rihanna's Fashion Week for Fenty Beauty fashion show after party was pretty crazy, yeah. I think to date, that was probably the craziest event I've been to on a level of stars and just, where it was at and what was at the bar, Ace of Spades all night and who was this. So, yeah, even their photo booth was like a crazy, like, $1 million camera. Like, they shot a commercial for you in like 10 seconds, edited it, and it had it right back to you to be on your phone. So that's the level of what she had going on in there that night.
Is there anybody that you haven't met that you would love to meet?
Of course, yeah. The people that, I haven't met that I would love to meet and possibly work with is, of course, Hov being from Brooklyn. I've seen him before, but I haven't had the chance to actually meet him, chop it up. Drizzy, of course, all the GOATs, that I haven't ran into. I've seen Wade perform, and I never also did meet him. I would think those is kind of like the top big three. I've met a lot of people, so out of the people I haven't met, I think those are the top three.
What contribution do you think you bring to this game so far that the game really hasn't seen?
Well, I feel like it's a lot of like red tape and BS when it comes to the game. A lot of the gatekeepers went to college together. I feel like a lot of things stem from college. And I didn't go to college, so I'm not in any of those circles, but I feel like I bring some realness to the game too. A lot of those people not saying they're not real, but I'm just saying I've been in a bunch of other situations, scenarios throughout life, and I feel like that with my knowledge of music and everything, I could bring a little more sometimes than the average person who, just knows what they read in books or what they seen on TV, so I feel like I've been in the trenches in the field with certain people that show me certain things, and I feel like, I have a lot to offer and I have a great ear, so for the next year's time, for the next generation's talent.
For sure. How important do you think it is to network and to always pay it forward in this industry?
I feel like it's super important to network and pay it forward. I feel like networking, I wouldn't say is a lost art, but I feel like some people overlook it and don't know how serious it can be. I mean, you could change your whole life just by talking to the right person at the right time or saying the right stuff or, just vibing out with the right person. And that all comes from networking. You could change your whole situation or go further into the direction you're trying to go to, just networking with the right people.
That's a fact. Okay, so moving forward to where we are at present day.
Yeah.
Going into meeting Isaac Wright, what was that event like, being in the gym with Fat Joe and him speaking? Do you see him being a good mayor as a candidate, and would you like to see would you like to see more from him?
Well, with the Isaac Wright event, that was a dope event to go to. It's good to see a black man running for the mayor of the city, especially a black man who did as much as he did for himself and, his family. So I will hope he has our best interests at hand. And, I mean, everything he was saying sounded pretty good. And I would just hope he, is able to change it. I don't really question his character. I just question the system he's joining, it's not just something you can walk in and change. This has been like this for years for a reason. So I will hope he could start some change, possibly change something. But at least if he's just straight up with us, that'll be a start. But it was definitely good meeting him in person. Feel like he should get more flowers than he gets, but definitely in time.
What was it like for you personally, walking in Soho and doing photo shoots and getting your pictures taken and being recorded? Because you blew up on Instagram with that clip. So what was that like for you?
Being in Soho is a cool experience. I feel like it's a really cool part of town. And, you got some cool photographers out there, things of that nature. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun, as always, being in Soho. So got some cool people out there. They get their work done and done efficiently. So we met up with some cool photographers, got some work done. And it was a dope day. One of the best days of the winter, as far as weather-wise. So it went very well.
We went to an event. What made you want to be a part of the Never Be Erased campaign? A lot of people don't know much about transgender. What made you want to bring that to the light?
Well, good friend Danny is the founder of that. So Danny reached out to Let's Already Made and said that he would be a good fit for this campaign. And I'm also down. I'm not homophobic or anything anyway. I'm completely cool with my sexuality. So I don't mind helping somebody out. I feel oppressed people are oppressed people. No matter they, black, white, trans, whatever it is. If you're going through some hardship that you shouldn't be going through just for being a human being, then, it's good to speak out about it.
Boom. Now, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Present day, we're right here, right now, in a hotel that I personally don't like, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
What has Atlanta been like for you, knowing day one, almost dying? What was that experience? Seeing that car come 100 miles an hour in your direction. Yeah, what did you remember from that moment specifically?
That was a crazy time when that car came careening towards us. I don't know. I just was thinking move, And also, I hope this car don't hit us, because the way it was coming, it was looking like it definitely was going to hit us. So I was just thinking, get out the way. I pray this thing don't flip or do nothing weird and just catch us at the nip, the last second or some weird stuff. So thank God it just swerved. I don't know how he swerved that hard, but he swerved and missed us. So thank God. All right.
You went straight from that to partnering with Amigos. Yeah. Was that like a complete flip for you? Like just going from almost dying to partying with Amigos?
Not a complete flip because we go to events, but it was just shocking, to be in that predicament because it was a serious predicament. Inches left, inches right, inches forward. Him not busting that turn as hard as he did. Anything could have went wrong and everything would have went wrong. So it's just but the party just lightened everything up, the mood up, almost forgot about it.
Going to Lenox Mall. How did you feel about it? What do you think about the women?
Lenox Mall is crazy. Lenox Mall is definitely crazy. One of the craziest malls I've ever been in. Because I just feel like, most malls have a large scale, demographic-wise, age, color, skin color, male, female, whatever. I just feel like it was all just I don't even know what to call it, but I just feel like it was all everybody here listens to rap and we all, smoke weed and we all buy design, it was everybody that fucks with the same thing in one mall. Just thousands of people. No other type of person was there. It wasn't no white people there. It wasn't no babies in there. It was just all trappers and chicks and strippers, and like it's just the whole ATL in that bitch. And New York malls get crazy, but it be everything. It don't just be the hood, like, or just everybody that's with the same shit. Could have been All Star Weekend, but it was definitely packed in that mall. 101.
And then we went from the mall, I believe, to Sidebar.
Yeah.
Shout out to J. Prince. He came through.
Yeah, Sidebar's lit.
Got some great wings.
Yeah, Sidebar has some great wings, some great ranch sauce. Shout to Charlie for bringing us through. Shout to our cousin Ola, Sidebar. And we had a great time. Sidebar is crazy though. It's way more than Beast Eye. You go in and it looks pretty small. But it's like another level, which is somebody else's whole bar. And then another level, which is somebody else's whole party probably place. So it's like 3 spots in one. And you will never know from the outside, but it is humongous in there. And definitely a good vibe. Everybody was cool. I heard something almost broke out, but I ain't see it.
Boom. So the next day we do Smoke Champs.
Yeah.
How do you feel about everything that happened? How do you feel about Shampoo and just the whole Smoke Champs event, the whole podcast, the whole the vibe, the cannabis industry, everything that was happening in Smoke Champs?
I like the Smoke Champs. Smoke Champs is cool. Shampoo is running that right now. Getting everything situated with it. I like it. It's cool. I smoke, so it's dope. They had some good weed in there, good vibes. Everybody was chill, having a good time. Met some cool people, got some good bud, and just vibed out. But I love the idea of it, Drink champs, smoke champs. Why not? Come and smoke. Even though they smoke a lot on Drink Champs too, but it's just like that. This is specifically for weed, so that's dope. I love the idea.
If you could choose between drinking and smoking, I know it's different. Which one would you choose?
Smoking.
Smoking?
I'm not that big of a drinker. I drink, but I don't drink as much as I smoke. So definitely smoking.
So we went from Smoke Champs to the Shaq and 50 All-Star event. Yeah. What was it like partying with 50, Busta, Special, DJ Ed, Torres? What was it like for you?
It was dope. The venue was dope. Felt a little weird. I think it's like a church. It used to be a church, so I don't know. That always feels a little weird, but it's a big spot, nice spot. Had a good time, Torres, shout to Torres. Made sure niggas was good. Shout to DJ Ed. Made sure niggas was good. Had us on stage, showing love. So, it was a great event. Definitely a great event. Never partied with 50, so that was dope. Party was special before Buster. Maybe not OT, but definitely was dope though. It was a good vibe in there. I didn't see like one argument, It was a nice crowd, Getting money crowd. Ain't nobody think about no fights. Everybody think about getting right, getting nice, and enjoying the night.
What would you say is the biggest difference to you between New York and Atlanta?
I just feel like Atlanta I don't know, I feel like black people are doing better out here than New York, I feel like the average person out here is doing way better than the person in New York. So, because New York is just so expensive and you have so much other stuff to worry about, weather, all this other type of crap. So it's just like, I don't know. Most people, other places in New York are just happier than New Yorkers because we have to deal with so much other stuff. But yeah, definitely is 2 different towns. But still both are dope.
What do you see coming up for you next?
Well, next we just try to break into this game bigger than we ever broke it before and just have our name everywhere. Still doing, the PR publicists. Hopefully when events get back, we can do some dope events. Still, writing here and there. I still mess with music here and there. Working with some dope artists coming out. And just trying to do as much as possible. Don't stop. No matter what it is, we just gonna keep going.
And what would be your advice to any new artists or anybody just trying to stay consistent in this game to keep going? What advice would you give them that you actually apply yourself to this day?
My advice to anybody coming up in the game, wants to be a part of the game any way, shape, or form, I feel like you just gotta really want it, because I hear it a lot, and I feel like, it's cliche, but really the people who didn't make it quit, I don't know if people who kept going, if you keep going, how could you not make it? I don't know of anybody who kept going and didn't make it. They either gave up or, they made it because they kept going. So you got to keep going no matter what. And I also feel like right around there, you got to have a bag. You can get something popping on just by chance on the internet. It's possible. But if you want to really do some damage, you got to have a bag.
And then, how can we support you?
At this point, I don't have any products, anything out to be bought financially, but just love, showing love and, networking. That's what I do best. So just networking and, showing love for anything future that comes up and staying passionate and tuned in. And that's it.
And is there any last words you would like to tell people as we close this out?
I finally did your interview, so I don't have to hear him asking me about an interview anymore. So that's what I want to tell you people. But look out for the team coming to your city next to tear it up. We'll be there. We see a top hat. So just look forward.
How God makes stuff happen.
How what? God makes stuff happen?
God makes stuff happen.
Yeah, and just know God is always with us. God is a very big part of our grind, our, persistence. I feel like the more you give it to God, he will definitely take hold of the situation. But you got to really give it to him. A lot of people say that and they still worrying and stuff like that. If you really give it to him, you're not worried or anything. You gave it all away. And he's going to take care of it. So that's a big part of what we do. We pray a lot and we, just give God the glory for everything that's going on. Because without him, it wouldn't be happening. So, and the more we give him glory, the more stuff actually happens. So you got to always, just pray and just believe it and believe that what you're saying is real and that you really aren't worrying about a situation. Just let go and let God. And good things will happen.
So I mean, they gotta just believe it, show they like,
Cause we've been catching W's since a little jit. Since a little jit in the backyard, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boys out there, man.